viewers, welcome to NCK Hub Consulting and Training. If you like our videos, kindly do subscribe and follow. Thank you.
Today we are going to discuss about a new topic which is an OctoPerf. It will be a short video but very interesting. OctoPerf is one of the performance testing and monitoring and analysis tool which is trending in the market as of now, where you can easily test your URL and also application in terms of SaaS as a product, or if you are going to launch any system, you can do performance measurement of the application. You can do load test. So OctoPerf is a load testing tool where you can do measure your response times in different ways. So this is the OctoPerf application. So initially you have to log into the application. So let me log into the application first. And after that, we will do start to understand about how this application will work, and it will be useful in terms of load test measurements and also how an execution can be done. We will try to check it out. Okay. So let me log into the system. Yeah. So I'm going to sign in now to the OctoPerf. Initially, you should have a login to this one. By default, you will be getting a page with an OctoPerf with a home page. So here you can see this will be the home page button, and you will be provided with a different set of actions with the different tools, which will do work with on-premise and also the cloud. So this is one of the best tool which you can do with less budget. You can prefer in your projects, or you can do practice in terms of load testing an application. First, whatever you have to do is create a project, name the project. Example, if you are working for example some test project or a dev project, example, name something project like that. Add the project name and title and the application name. Add a tag to the application, for example insurance. Provide the description of the application. Accordingly, you have to select. So I'm working for application of insurance, and this has to measure performance tests. Okay. Like this, you have to specify. Next, after this one, you have to save it, and you can do launch the project. So this is the project which we have created. You have to select it. Then after that one, you will be prompted with different import types. If you already have a script, you can do import. If you have a sample script per store where virtual users will be implement everything and it will do. If you have a postman, it will do create. If you have a playwright, similarly hard record. By using Google, if you have recorded an application, you can need to convert that file to R. You can do import it and you can play with it. So suppose if I have an already an application, or if I want to test immediately a test application, I just created a basic application name, and I'm going to test with some example with a use sample. So here what I have to do is I have to create here virtual users. Okay. So here in the virtual users, how many are there? Accordingly, I have to mention. So before mentioning all this detail, you have to know virtual users. By default, OctoPerf is providing 50 virtual users. So this sample, I am going to take it to the already which is available. I am going to select it user journey. Okay. So as of now, I am not going to allow the location here. You can do select it. So here, once the application is launched, you can see design user journey runtime analysis. So you can do check your application, whatever the application you are using previously, if you have worked, or else the current application which you are want to work, you can do check that one as well. So at the left hand side, you can check your designs, virtual users, servers which you are using. Example for this application, if you have any secured server or unsecured server, you need to select it properly. Next, if you have any correlations for the application, it will do automatically correlation from. We have authorization, Azure, .NET, frameworks like this. You can do select depending upon your requirement. So let me jump back to my projects. I will click on the required one. So now I am going to click on the previously I have created another one. Now I am going to click on this one. So if I want to test this application, or else if I want to test another application, already I have made a sample test for your sanity check, you can see. So here is the runtime for this one. Okay, if you want to create any runtime for this one, you can do start and you have to click on next here. So it will do allot you a cloud allocation of load generators as well. If you want to enable it, you can do the perfect required one which you want to enable it. If you want to disable it, you can do prefer as per your needs. So you have to select the required one. As of now, all the three I have enabled it. I have to select whichever the location which is there, the my script which has to work in which location. Next, I have to select it. I have to assume the load, how many users I have to. So here, zero virtual users, and in 1 minute, 10 users needs to come and virtual users need to start. So here I am editing it to 2 users. Next, I am running it and I am going to save it. So next, I will be implementing my test and I am going to launch my test. So here, when I start, free monthly will be provided initially. You can do select this one and you select this one and click on it. In case any virtual users are already added, you will get a launch button. If your virtual users are not added, means you have to select it depending upon the requirement. So here, example, if I can check the previous application with the launch test, virtual users are not validated. So here we have to validate the users. Okay, so refresh it, click on next, or else you can do configure as well. Click on next, select it, and you can run the test. So your run validation will check here. So whatever the test you are going to implement, that will be implemented. Okay, so this way you can do check and you can do implement. This is just a basic overview how an OctoPerf will work, and this will have an email notification as well. Email, Slack, Jira, all the notifications will be available. You can go to your project. You can do check any existing project or previously you have created. You can go to that runtime and you can do check from the design as well. Whatever the test you have implemented, you can do navigate to the application. So if I have any fresh URL which I am going to test, so you can do create that test application as well. So this test step, I am going to take a sample virtual test. Can do import it. Okay. And validation. So validation is in progress. Let it run. If you want, we can do configure as well. Test is being initialized. In the meantime, you can go to runtime analysis and you can do check there are certain buttons where you can have analysis and reports. If you want to create a scenario from the design template, we will be coming. As of now, our runtime validation is being in progress. Well, when the runtime is being running, so you can see test runnings now. You'll check the scenarios where you can do check the scheduler will happening on the schedulers. You can do plan accordingly your job. You can do monitor as well. So as of now, runtime is as it is going on. So I will go to the runtime. Let me click on the design, click on the user journey. So test is at to start. So launch test. So here you need to click on launch test. The test will start. So here you can do see launch test. Click on this one. Whenever your application is ready, you can do click on launch test. With the number of virtual users, your application will validate starting the application. Okay, so now this is going to start. So already it is created pending, scaling is adding. The servers which are being used from the cloud, it is like AWS, if you are using AWS will add load generator. Similarly, Azure, all these will be initialized to you. Once the test is started, users will be running one by one. First 10 users, next 10 users, next 10 users. By default, OctoPerf is giving 50 users to you. Okay. So here you can see the complete test summary of the report. When the test is, it is still running in mode, 3% it is completing. So you can see this is the test summary. Number of hits counted as of now 42. If you want to see statistics, so you can see average response times 0.8 seconds. And the throughput, if you want to check, this is the throughput, which is there with the medium type. So you can see and check clearly by maximizing the screen also. Result breakdown, if I want to check the results breakdown, I can do check like this. So entirely this is the analysis report which you can see. So as the test is being running in mode, so you can check the users are slowly coming and average response time, everything was good. Okay. So this is about OctoPerf, which I want to showcase you. And overall, I hope this is an new and very interesting to you. Previously, probably no one has aware about this load testing tool of OctoPerf, which will give better response time or in terms of connecting to the load, and on premise you can do work and you can measure the hits, throughput, response time, everything. You can visualize the data like this. You can see the data is being ramping up. You can visualize easily how the data is happening and how the test is running. You can get easily the test result summary as well, how the application response time, throughput, everything are running. So likewise, you can do measure and you can do check. So that's it, guys. And I hope you had a very good learning today about a new application or a software as a SaaS new product from the OctoPerf, which is a performance load testing application, which can be implemented on premise and cloud, which is connected to multiple services as well. Thank you. Thank you for listening and having a look at our channel and this video. I hope it is very helpful for you. Thanks once again. And I request you people to please kindly subscribe our channel of NCK Hub and follow our Instagram and Facebook as well. And we are going to launch this week a webinar as well. Cloud Architect, AWS or Azure, any cloud, if you are being or willing to move into an architect level, we are going to start cloud architect position of webinar this Saturday at 7 o'clock. It is going to start. So kindly please join with us in the webinar or which we are going to start. If you have any queries, please reach us to our email ID and our contact number. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.